Okay, lads, so this is going to be a revision of chapter 1, and the chapter is factorisation, and it's in your purple book. Okay, so the first question you want me to do is on exercise 1.1. It's page 2, and it's actually on page 3, and it's question 42. So 42, it's a simplified question. You're given 5 by x squared let's just keep an eye in case I put something, take the question down wrong or whatever. So you're asked to do two things in this question. You're asked first of all to simplify it, and then you're asked to factorise it. But unless you simplify it correctly and until you have that done, the factorisation can't take place. Okay? So one thing at a time. So multiply in, you see the brackets, that's going to mean multiplication. In terms of analysing the question before you begin, what usually causes the problem is the minus 2 in the middle here. And it usually causes the problem because people don't multiply minus 2 into the second term and the third term. They usually multiply plus 2 in. Okay, so just be a little bit careful with that. You're going to have 5x squared, 10x, 20, minus 4x squared, plus 6x, minus 20. Again, oftentimes the mistake there is in the last two terms. People will write down minus 6 plus 20. The 20s, of course, will cancel off for you. 5x squared minus 4x squared leaves 1x squared. Minus 10x plus 6 is minus 4x. You're asked then to factorise that. Very simple. The only thing that's common to both terms, it's not a quadratic trinomial. There's not three parts to it. All you can do is take out what's common. So x is common, leaving you with x minus 4. And that's always, just in your head, always do a quick double check. Multiply what you've taken out back in to make sure that you have it correct. So x by x is x squared, so I know that's right. X by minus 4 gives minus 4x, so I'm pretty sure that I'm correct. Okay. Next question that you asked me to do was on exercise 1.3. These questions are on page 9 and 10. And the first question I'll do is question 1. So you're given 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. So this is just a revision of the guide number method. Okay? You've done a lot of this recently. So the guide number is given by 2 by 3. So the guide number is 6. And you write down all of the factors of 6 that you can think of. 6 and 1, 1 and 6, 2, 3. Sorry, what I really meant to say there was minus and a minus. Of course, minus and minus. And what you do is you go down through the factors and you add each of them. So for example, you'll say 1 plus 6 is 7. But that doesn't give me what's in the middle here. I need a 5. Minus 1 minus 6, well that gives minus 7, so that's not going to work. 2 and 3, that will work. That gives me 5. So what I can do is take 2x squared plus 2x plus 3x and plus 3 at the end. And just what I want you to notice is 5x is the same as the two of those added together. So I haven't changed anything. I've changed how it looks, but I haven't changed the value. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll say, well, what's common here and here? 2x. Always take out the highest common factor as best you can. I'd be left with x plus 1 inside. Then you'll do the same thing here. 3. X plus 1. And now the x plus 1 itself is common. And you're finished. It's factorised. You can go no further. It's not equal to 0, so it's not an equation, so it can't be solved. All you can do is factorise. Okay. Question on the same exercise 1.3. I'll do question 25. So it's 4x squared plus 8x plus 3. The guide number, well, it's 4 by 3 is 12. So I'll have 1 by 12 minus 1 by minus 12, 2 by 6 minus 2 minus 6, and 3 and 4, and minus 3 and minus 4. After a while you start to get quite quick at spotting the ones that will work. So 2 and 6 is clearly the one that will work. 4x squared plus 2x plus 6x plus 3. Lads, it doesn't matter which way you put that in. So for example, if you decided to go with 4x squared plus 6x plus 2 plus 3, it would still be okay. It'll still work out for you. What's common here and here? Again, the key here is to try and take out the highest common factor, 2x. And do your double check what I was saying to you before. Multiply back in. 2x by 2x gives 4x squared. 2x by 1 gives me my 2x. So I know I'm taking out something correct. 3, leaving 2x plus 1. And again, double check. Oftentimes when just there, that particular one there, see the 3 at the end here. When people take it out, oftentimes you'll see that ends up being a 3 in there as well, even though they've factorized out the 3. So just be a little bit careful. This one obviously is working, so 2x plus 1 is common, leaving you with 2x plus 3. And lads, remember, if you in an exam and you want to double check if you got it all correct, if you multiply out these two brackets in the usual fashion, you should end up with the original equation. Okay? And if you don't, well then you know that you've done something wrong, assuming that your multiplication is correct. Okay. 33. So 9x squared plus 2x minus 7. The guide number. Always double check, make sure you get the guide number correct. A few of you were making that mistake. Minus 63. This is going to be an awkward one. Hopefully again at this stage you're starting to see that 1 and 63 isn't going to do the job for me. In actual fact, what I need is the factors that are kind of closest together. Now, you might be able to start to see them and see them quickly. If you can't, just list them all out and it will still work for you. Okay. So minus 63, 6 nines, isn't it? 6 nines. So minus, sorry, 7 nines. Yeah, 7 nines. So 7 and 9, and one of them has to be a minus, one of them has to be a plus, or it could be plus 7 and minus 9. So you just have to see which one of those will work. Clearly this won't, because it gives you a minus 2. 9x squared minus 7x plus 9x minus 7. Now I'm going to do this question in two ways because it's actually a good question. What's common here? X. That's all that's common, leaving you with 9x minus 7. What's common here? Well, on the surface of it there's nothing actually common. But if you're stuck, you can always take out 1. Because 1 is common. And of course this bracket and this bracket will now match for me, so it will work. Now just alternatively, taking it from this line down, 9x squared. Let's just say I said plus 9x minus 7x minus 7. So let's just say I happen to write the factors down differently back up here. And therefore when I broke up that middle term, that 2x, I wrote it out just in the opposite order. Here 9x would be common, leaving you with x plus 1. And here then, and this is the bit that the reason I want to do it, I want you to make sure you're watching out. Minus 1 is common, sorry, minus 7 is common, leaving you with x plus 1. So you do need to be a little bit careful with when you're taking out negative numbers. When you're taking out the negative numbers, always make sure that when you multiply them back in, that it's working. So just to finish off, x plus 1, 9x minus 7.